100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
180. 50 yards to mine. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Whip. Watch the whip. Regular.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Chubb running right. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Good. 180. Check. Block 54. Here we are. Mike's 54. Hey, alert 33. I got you.
On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, Charlie.
3rd and long, it's Darnold, caught here by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brings up 2nd and 180. I got him. Undercrush. I got it.
Mayfield off the play fake. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Hey, alert.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You think back to last year when these two teams met in Week 3. That was a big one for the Browns franchise and for Baker Mayfield. Mayfield came in relief of Tyrod Taylor and broke the Browns' 19-game losing streak, beating fellow rookie Sam Darnold 21-17. And after the game, a lot of you will remember Browns management unlocking the, shall we call them, refreshment fridges that had been padlocked for so long until the Browns got that victory. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're in It's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hurry! You got it!
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Mayfield. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Young lady. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Young lady.
Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets him 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a 1st down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. In on the stop, it was Trayvon Young.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Outside. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Push him back. 80. Switch. Chopper.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Check. 93's the mic.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clinton Williams in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield on play action. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Returnable here for Davis. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Go, son. 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, lady. You ain't got nothing.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 31, Mayfield. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Run. 58. 2.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Slam. Switch.
Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Browns.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Bell. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert! Let's go!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw is Darnold. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the Browns' 31-yard line.
Mike 29. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On second down now, it's Bell. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Oh, yeah. Red 80. Red 80. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Gotta do better.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Third and 2, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They get it to him running left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
Now Darnold on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? On 2nd and 9, Mayfield flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Bell on first down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
From the 44. Darnold letting one go deep for a noon one. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. He was looking for a noon one there.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Mayfield down. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Check. Point it right. Up. Draw Corker.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Quinnen Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
3 down, 3 down.
Now it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
13 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Darnold completes to Bell. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darnold now to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run it with Bell. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the screen. Red 80. Check 93's the mic. 93.
Now Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.